Chip Sports Radio Network presents Get in the Game with Eric and Brian, exclusively on BlueChipBroadcasting.com.
All right, we're recording, Eric.
Oh, I see it. It's in the top right.
Hey, what am I doing about that?
Well, aren't you supposed to introduce or something? Just give us
Hey,
you'll always know if the gang's all here. You won't have to explain that anymore.
No, we can see everybody and everybody can respond. Actually, Reggie typically looks the part. He looks like a radio guy that is sitting in the background on somebody's show.
I know. He's got the books and the globe and everything.
Yeah.
He totally got it going.
The big headphones on. You know,
Jordan looks like the athlete.
I think we should wear suits. I think we should all wear suits.
I'm down.
Yeah, no.
You would assume I own one.
Yeah. Just as long as we do this and I don't have to wear pants, I'm okay.
Hey.
Oh, God.
I've told you before, I saw Kozimor do Giants pregame live in shorts. Blazer and a button down.
That's right. So what are we trying to do here? Just kind of get us a test so we know
Sound quality.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Get in the Game, episode X. Just as we get started.
B-roll.
That's our B-roll. Have no idea what we're going to talk about tonight, except, Jordan, how are you managing during the quarantine?
Well, I can't really do much. The gym is closed, so I can't get shots up. I can't be with the guys, which I miss a lot. I'm doing in-home cellmate workouts, like push-ups and sit-ups and chair dips.
Might come in handy later for you. I don't know.
Yeah, so I try and go on walks. Yeah, I'm trying to go on walks, just around campus and then straight back home. But other than that, there's not much going on. I mean, it's tough right now for sure.
Do you get into watching any of the old games, any of the classics that they throw out?
I watched, it was the New Orleans Saints versus Falcons game. I think it was the first game back from the Katrina disaster. So they had that on the other day. That game was pretty special.
Okay. All right, Reggie, are you watching any of that stuff? Because I'll be honest, I haven't at all. There's been no sports on in my house at all. I'm dying.
But, I have heard that you've been doing shooting competitions with your socks in the laundry and recording it for your own personal reflection later, right?
No. You've been misinformed. I've been calling it.
Okay.
Recording. I've been practicing.
There you go. Man, for me, I'll be honest with you guys. I have never been one who's able to rewatch stuff. So when I first started college, I was going to get into the film business. I wanted to be a filmmaker. And so love movies, huge movie buff. And I've just never been one. There are a select few movies that I can rewatch, usually comedies with really good lines that, kind of get stuck in the vernacular that are fun to repeat with your buddies. But other than that, if I've seen a movie, I've seen it. I know what happens. There's no drama left for me. And it's the same way with sports. So all of the replay games and stuff like that, they just, for whatever reason, they don't tickle my fancy. So I've been scratching my sports itch with video games and stuff like that. There's different tabletop sports fantasy stuff that I dabble in and just kind of trying to live in the fictional world for now until the real world gets back to normal.
I will tell you, there's one thing that I think we don't want to do. I don't think we want to tickle his fancy.
No, I have no interest in tickling anything.
I don't think I want to. We all should avoid that. So now, Brian, did you watch the Lincecum no hitter and the Kane no hitter?
No, I heard a little bit when I was working. We did a clean the house because the cleaning lady is not allowed to come over at the moment. So Aaron and I did a full deep clean of the house, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before. In 4 hours, we accomplished less than our little cleaning lady accomplishes in 3 by herself, the two of us.
Yeah.
But so I had Matt Cain's perfect game on. I had like the 2010 final game of the season, and that has a little specialness to me because that was the day I lost my dad. So we watched that together, and then he passed away that evening, and so there was some of that stuff I've watched that has been special. I watched the first game of the 2010 World Series because that was the World Series game I took Carter to. I watched at the beach house Friday before we got kicked out and were told we had to go home because we didn't live there. I watched the 2014 pennant clincher Ishikawa again that I watched that Carter was at with Camille and Rick and his daughter and our cousin. And so some of those that I think maybe are a little more special that have a memory attached to it, I think have been things I've enjoyed doing again. But it's just to watch something now. Like, I mean, there's tons of NBA stuff on, like I think they're having the Warriors game 4 of the 2015 finals when they kind of turn that around. I have no interest in watching that.
I can't do it. But to harken back to something you said earlier, we got a notice from our housekeeper that during the quarantine, she's going to be working from home. So she sent us a list of things we needed to accomplish.
I love that.
Things that she expected to have done before she comes back to clean.
That's right. That's okay. Just I'll have to whisper because if Dawn hears me, I'll get in trouble. But we do more cleaning up before she gets here, just so that she doesn't think we're messy.
Oh, it's the same way in my house. Trust me.
Yeah, the housekeeper's coming. Oh, we got to get the house ready. It is so wrong. So what do you do? What are you guys doing right now to fill the sports news? I'll tell you, I've been in contact with them at SOB. I'm in a Stratomatic league, right? They're very interested in covering the Stratomatic league because they got nothing else to cover.
Hey, you might
I will tell you, the Bison
for you.
The Bison. There you go, Brian. Brian can be our play-by-play guy, and the Bison are on fire. I'll just let you know that right now. The Bison are on fire.
They've been playing pretty well. I'm in that same league, and so I got to listen to this crap all the time. Terrible.
Hey, I'm almost, if I could find it, I'd almost pull out my Charlie Brown All-Stars with the dice and make my own teams and play my own season.
There you go. There you go.
If I could find
it's the only way it's the only way I get my sports Jones right now. What are you doing, Jordan?
It's interesting. Like, you guys are talking about games, but I've been watching a lot of like throwback sports movies, and I know we have that podcast, but like I was watching like Remember the Titans and Coach Carter, and they had Glory Road, I think, on ESPN the other night. But I think that is actually more enjoyable for me to watch because there's some like real special sports movies that are fun to watch just anytime, really. So those type of movies for sure have been good.
Reg, did I tell you I watched Any Given Sunday? Was it you that I told that to?
Yeah.
But that's not family friendly. Just so you know. Male or female, not family friendly. Nope.
That's
You were telling me, we talked a little while ago, Jordan, and you were saying that you were getting into some of the documentaries, some of the documentaries on like HBO sports documentaries.
Right. Yeah. So the one I was telling Reg about that I would highly recommend to all you guys, it's on HBO Go. It's called The Scheme. So The Scheme, it was it was about basically like kind of like shady recruiting in college basketball, but it followed like a real life story of this guy, and his first name's Christian. I'm forgetting his last name, but he basically was like an agent. And it's true, like this really happened. He's from Saginaw. He went to high school with Draymond Green, and he basically was like a part of the whole college basketball scandal, like what happened at Louisville, what happened at LSU, all of it, and it kind of gets into big detail. But it was super interesting, just because like I'm still recruiting, and obviously
I was going to say that's a cautionary tale for you.
Yeah, like I don't recruit on the same level as these guys.
Compete. If you're going to compete with the big boys, you take books on that crap and how to get away with it, man.
Right.
I mean,
except it's what not to do. What not to do.
Exactly. But they have like FBI tape recordings of like Sean Miller and like the LSU coach the former LSU coach, obviously. I forget his name, and they're literally talking about players, and it's like intense, like what they'll do to go get like the top talent. Like it's
Jeez.
crazy. It was a great documentary. I would definitely recommend it.
See, now I've gotten my wife to watch a couple of the 30 for 30s.
Those are awesome.
Those are awesome. Those are really fun.
We watched the Celtics and Lakers 30 for 30 because I'm a Boston fan. She's a Laker fan, and it was actually what was playing while we were on our honeymoon. I think it was their second finals or something, second or third, and that was playing on our honeymoon, and we had a good time with that.
Wow.
And you're still
that's one of the best ones to me.
Oh yeah. Though the one that one I lost, but I won my share.
I mean, those were some of the
With the
funnest
honeymoon
games
or
of the
the
mid
series?
'80s. That was great basketball. Great basketball.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch.
Sure. The USA men's basketball 30 for 30 is amazing too. If you haven't seen that one,
I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. I love that one.
yeah, that one's all time for sure.
I'm interested in the Jordan 7-part series that's coming out, or 10-part series, or whatever.
When's that coming out?
cannot wait.
A couple of weeks.
It's April 18th, I believe.
Yeah.
It's like a 7-night event or something like that. It's crazy.
Well, I can't wait. They actually
Oh.
moved it forward because of the quarantine because everyone was asking for it.
I want to record it because I don't think we can watch it 7 nights in a row, but I want to record it.
Well, I think one of those nights is just Space Jam, so you might be able to skip that one. They're just airing Space Jam for.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Of all the basketball players in the world, that's Dawn's. That would be her hall pass if we had such a thing.
Oh, God.
Hey, Eric,
She
remember,
loves
we're
him.
recording this.
Well, she would agree with me.
Oh man.
Well,
Somebody else talk.
that's
I'm
fair,
drinking.
because Your hall pass is Michael Phelps, so I guess that's okay.
Hey, or Goldie.
Yeah, no.
Don't forget about
No.
Goldie.
Yeah,
Oh god.
No.
I
No,
know
come
lots
on,
of guys. He's got a thing for Austin Riley, the young
the
guy
Braves
from the
third baseman?
Atlanta Braves. Yeah. So like he's moving his way up the ranks. I don't know.
Hey Reg, take it easy on my guy Eric, man. I know you got a thing for Kipchoge, so you need to relax over there.
That's right. Thank you, Jordan.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Wait.
I do. I'm not ashamed of that.
Wait.
Oh, he's looking for the hand clap.
There we
There
go.
it is.
That,
I love it.
and for me any day.
Your affinity for
Kipchoge.
Kipchoge was growing way too fast.
Hey, but now,
I think he was.
now we
I
can
think
give
he was
away our
tickling his
fuzzy blue
fancy.
balls. We give away our fuzzy blue balls now.
Oh man. Yeah,
That's fun.
he got robbed. He should have gotten. Did he get 2?
He got 2.
I think he got 3.
It was like performance of the year.
What man needs 3 fuzzy blue balls?
Yeah.
Hey, men who run the marathon in less than 2 hours.
Yeah, he'd know what to do with a third fuzzy blue ball. I'll tell you what. That guy. How I still take exception to that because how we did not give him an award for performance of the year when he literally pushed the limits of humanity, of humankind. I don't think it's ever been done in history. And somehow he didn't win performance of the year because we had to give it to, I don't even remember who it was.
Yesterday, yeah. They come back with Tiger Woods at the.
Oh, I love it. We have
What
the
is
actual
that?
That
recording.
was the award show. I found it on the podcast like halfway
Oh.
through, but I was trying to find a Kipchoge moment.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
jeez.
they're all just silent, I think, because we're in tears laughing. Like, I don't think there's much audio during those parts.
We played the first award show coming back from one of the games we did before the second award show so we could keep track of all the categories. I was worried he wasn't going to make it and stay on the road because I was writing it down and he was driving. And I was worried he wasn't going to be able to see because it was raining and then it was raining in his eyes.
There were tears.
That's
There
fun.
were
Oh, man.
tears.
That's too much good stuff.
Oh, gosh.
So how's Raina holding up, Jordan?
She's good. Right now, she has to take a lot of classes. Like every class is basically online, and like clinicals are kind of paused. The one thing that's hard are like tests and quizzes. just because I feel like they have to time them, obviously, but because there's that like quicker time restriction, it's a little more stressful and like I don't know, it's just different taking the test online. So
It's
I
a
would thought
lot
with, like,
different.
distance learning, medical related distance learning in a digital classroom, they might just like issue, that board game Operation, just issue one to every student and then just like turn on the audio. And if you get buzzed, you get kicked out of the room, you fail.
seriously, that would be all time.
Get the tennis elbow, and you got to get the little tennis racket out of the elbow. And if there's a buzz, oh, sorry, you failed. Try again next semester. That's
No
what
surgery for you.
But yeah, no, like overall, I think it's been good. And then even like our guys, like on the team, that their professors have been pretty lenient, and they're all, understanding of the situation stuff. So it's been good.
I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, guys, real quick, just so that it's not too much.
You've been listening to Get in the Game, an exclusive presentation of the Blue Chip Sports Radio Network. Get in the Game with Eric and Brian on BlueChipBroadcasting.com.